What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous, and I'm back with another Flashpoint. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why this fight might not happen or hasn't happened yet. So, there are a bunch of missing pieces with this thing, and there are some things that are truly confusing to a hardcore boxing fan or a casual or a in between. Like right now, there is something on the screen that it could be confusing to some. Maybe someone can answer this for me, but I truly believe that this is confusing. Could you point it out? I'll give you a couple seconds. Alright, so this is my guess of why I believe it's confusing. So here it is, right? They're talking about Gervonta Davis, they're talking about Tevin Farmer, blah blah blah. But it says right here, IBF Super Featherweight Champion Tevin Farmer. It says WBA Champion Gervonta Davis doesn't call the shots, blah blah, right? But guess what's in this picture? You got Floyd Mayweather, you got Gervonta Davis, you got Sam something, I forgot his last name. Sam. He's a representative for Al Heyman. But guess what else is there? Oh, it's an IBF title. What is this? What is this thing? What is this? Is this the Super Featherweight Champion title? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. So, I go to the rankings, and it's named differently. Here it says Super Featherweight, but here it says Junior Lightweight. Then the WBC Champion is named correctly. WBC Super Featherweight Champion. World Super Featherweight Champion. And these two guys over here are the Junior Lightweight Champion. WBO Junior Lightweight Champion. Gervonta Davis, which I don't know what's going on with this, with my screen here, but let me fix that. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but it worked. WBA Super World Super Featherweight Champion. So I guess these two organizations have the wording correctly for the division. Obviously the lightweight champion is Vasily Lomachenko for the WBA and the WBO. But when you got 130, you got Tevin Farmer and as junior lightweight champion. So alright, let's even be more specific. I'm going to the IBF boxing website. And who do they have as their champion? Tevin Farmer. They have the WBA champion as Gervonta Davis. But like I said, he's holding this title up, so that's confusing. That's confusing. That is definitely confusing for me or a potential viewer that doesn't know what is going on. What title is this? Is this the same title that he had before Tevin Farmer got it? Why is he holding this title? Why is he presenting it? It shouldn't be anywhere in the area. Like, they shouldn't be representing it at all. It should have nothing to do with it. So the fight is supposed to be a unification fight, right? Unification. Unified. If a boxer has two titles, it's considered the unified champion. But if he's already walking around with this red title that Tevin Farmer has, then what's the point of him fighting Tevin Farmer if he already walks around with this red belt? Super confusing. So, if you don't know what's going on, to start from scratch, let's say you have no idea what I'm talking about. Gervonta Davis is the WBO champion for the super featherweight division. Okay? This is the only title he should be presenting. This WBA title is the only one he should be presenting. But on Saturday, he was walking around with the red title. He held them both. Okay? This is the night that he won the title. You know, I'm not making this up. Obviously, right here in this picture, you can't see it. And he was once the IBF champion as well. But that night, the title was in the area. It was around him and on him. I saw him putting it over his shoulder. So, you know, obviously the Twitter picture confirms what I'm saying, because this is the Twitter picture right here, and it's next to him. The WBA is not in this picture. It's this belt, but he's not the champion. So I don't understand. And I even did a little bit more digging. Intercontinental, and I went to 130 junior lightweight. I pressed it, and I got some other guy, South America. And then I looked down here to see if there were any Gervonta Davis, and I don't see anything. So I don't know what title that is. I even went to the 135, and it's Lee Selby, and there's no mention of Gervonta Davis whatsoever. So I think that is truly confusing, and it's also very dishonest. It's dishonest to the fans. It's dishonest to the promotion for the fight, because now you got like sort of two of the same team, two of the same titles, but really it should be about two titles, not one and a half. See what I mean? This guy right here is the interim champion for the WBA title. That's clear. And it's obvious why this guy is not a big deal right now, because he has 4 losses, which not a big deal to me, but you know, the fact that he's not known is probably why he won't fight him. And plus, maybe he beat him already. I don't know. I don't know much about him. Gervonta Davis was supposed to fight Abner Mares, which is a name, but nothing came out of it. So they can't keep selling anything else. There is no other name. All there is why don't you try fighting one of these guys? And these guys, Tevin Farmer already is a commodity when it comes to the shit talking and stuff like that. They've gone back and forth on Twitter. Even before Tevin Farmer was a champ, he went and got the title that Gervonta Davis once had via vacancy, and fought for it and won. But now he's still hanging out with that title. What the fuck? I think that is an issue. I think that is a misrepresentation, and I think that's something that you guys have to solve. Number 2, find neutral ground. Find neutral ground. Why is it that we can't go back to the 2000s or maybe the 90s of when guys like these would fight on another main event card, like, I don't know, like Kovalev and Yard right now? You could put them two in the middle of that slot, or in the middle of that, or I mean the co-main event. There you go. I'm not saying that you make it immediately. I'm just making an example. You put heavyweights or welterweights first in those two fights. The reason why that doesn't happen is because they've already stretched out every year with these guys as main events. The younger guys, or the smaller guys I should say, were never considered main events. Chocolatito, Manny Pacquiao, Barrera, guys like that, El Terrible. These guys have made a name for themselves to become pay-per-view stars, but eventually you're gonna have to start seeing the landscape and saying, how am I gonna make this a thing where they're gonna pay for it, a pay-per-view event? Cross promotion isn't gonna happen with Floyd Mayweather and Team Al Heyman and Showtime and PBC and Sam, forgot his last name. Are they ever gonna do it? I don't know. But when you have this in the picture, I think that's a clear answer to let you know that they're not interested, and that they still think that them hanging out with those two titles is representation of saying that they are the bigger champion, they are the more known champion, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. When really, this guy right here has a better record. I mean, I don't know much about him. I've seen some stuff that I'm not too big on, or maybe I have him wrong, but hey, it is what it is. We all know what's up with Gervonta Davis not wanting to take a Vasyl Lomachenko fight. There's plenty of guys here, right here, that are young and up and coming, and they would like to fight Tank. So maybe he should have called out more than one person. I think I saw Devin Haney say on Twitter that no one wants to fight him at 135, which is the division that I'm looking at right now. No one wants to fight me at 135. I'm going to 140. This is Devin Haney saying this, when there's plenty. And you got this guy right here, a legend, that would probably like to fight you. I'm pretty sure Felix Verdejo down the line would like to make that fight. And I think this is when you can start considering fights on DAZN, fights on ESPN and whatnot. But when you're doing the whole Showtime, I'm gonna be pay-per-view star, slim pickings is what I see. What do you guys see? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tune in to the lives. Might have a special guest. I'm hoping you guys could tune in. Let's try to keep boxing alive, yo. Peace out.
So it's burning me less, a shepherd to the sheep, a paternity test. We show that I'm your father, boy, learn some respect. You feel that? That's my foot on your motherfucking chest. I swear I wrote the book on how to come for your neck. Pull your card, your numbers up, crumble your deck. What's a lion to a dinosaur? Call me Righteous Rex.